There is a Toronto being built right now, under our feet. And this is a Toronto of sparkling waterfront development. New condominiums, a booming economy, and the 2008 Olympics. At least that's the city they'd like you to see. Because while Toronto City Council puts its energy and creativity and resources into golden Olympic visions, another Toronto is taking shape and growing as well. This is the Toronto of homelessness, of no affordable housing, of smog and air pollution, of garbage exportation, and of the erosion of real citizen input at City Hall. The Toronto they're building for the future, who's it for? And who's being left behind? Toronto should frame all of its activities around human rights. That is, we must ask ourselves if everything we are doing is meeting the basic human rights of all people in the city. Of course, Toronto can't solve all these problems itself, but surely more could be done. Housing is a human right, and we are not doing everything we could for housing and the homeless. There's money for waterfront visions and police helicopters, and meanwhile, people sleep and die on the streets. Everything we do must be evaluated in terms of creating a healthy, clean, and green environment in our city and beyond. We need to stop 1,000 deaths by smog each year. We need new subway lines, more streetcars, buses, minibuses, and significantly reduced fares. We need regular car-free days as well. Putting money into public transportation is money well spent. The question is not, how could we afford such an expanded TTC, but rather, how much longer can we afford this kind of air pollution and congestion? When the priorities are clear, the money can be found. We also need to deal with our garbage problem by launching an aggressive recycling and reduction campaign, not by exporting it. If Edmonton can reduce its garbage output by 70%, surely Toronto can do the same. If we want to humanize Toronto, we also need to give power to the neighborhoods and let people have a real say in the running of their city. We can't have a real democracy when 44 councillors are said to represent 2.5 million people. Democracy is built daily, from the neighborhood up, And that's why Humanize Toronto candidates are active with volunteer newspapers and other neighborhood projects all the time, not just at election time. And win or lose, we will continue to do so. This year, there's a choice to be made. Which Toronto will you vote for? A Toronto of homelessness, smog, and distant democracy? Or a Toronto of human rights, environment, and real democracy?
Jorge Van Shelwyn, Parkville Hyde Park, Ward 14.
Janice Cudlip, Davenport, Ward 18.
Philip Batiste, Trinity Spadina, Ward 19.
Berto Radecchia, Trinity Spadina, Ward 20.
Nick Radia, Broadview Greenwood, Ward 29.
Joseph Norte, Broadview Greenwood, Ward 30.
Colleen Mills, Scarborough Centre, Ward 37.